Hello everyone, welcome back to another great episode of Rihanna's Cuisines. I apologize for my voice, haven't gotten rid of my cough yet, so you're gonna have to deal with me. Today we're gonna be making a meat and potato curry. This is the most highly requested recipe. Everybody has been asking for it, so I thought finally I'll get it done. So let's get started. I'm gonna show you some of the ingredients, but first I'm gonna go ahead and turn my stove on so we can get the oil heating up while we're discussing the ingredients. Into my pressure cooker, I'm going to go ahead and add about 3 tablespoons of olive oil. Now you can use any oil that you like. I like olive oil, so I'm gonna stick with olive oil. I don't feel like there's any strong flavors in the olive oil that overpowers the curry, so I'm gonna stick with the olive oil. And I usually use olive oil for all my cooking except for frying. So in goes the olive oil. While that's heating up, let's go ahead and discuss some of our ingredients here. Here I have 1 cup of Vidalia onion that I have chopped up pretty small pieces, and you want to get a good size onion. And then we're going to be using a tablespoon of fresh ginger and garlic. We're going to be adding about 3 to 4 tablespoons of tomato paste. I have 2 tomatoes, large ones, that I grinded up in my magic bullet. And if you guys don't have a magic bullet in your kitchen, I would highly recommend that you get one, because it's just a really great device. Here for our spices, we're gonna be using a tablespoon of lemon pepper, a teaspoon and a half of cumin and coriander powder, a teaspoon of turmeric. I like cinnamon, the taste of cinnamon inside, so I usually add the hard cinnamon in there. You don't have to. We're gonna use a tablespoon of garam masala, and then this is completely optional, but I'm gonna use about 4 to 5 red chilies that are dried. So I'm not using any chili powder or cayenne in here, but you could if you want to make it really spicy. So now let's go ahead and add our onions to the oil here, and that's what you want to hear, is that sizzle. Okay. Now this recipe comes to us from Tahira Kasam Ramtula. She's my sister-in-law. She makes the best meat and potato curry, and so does my mom, but this is my baby's recipe. And then we're gonna add about half a teaspoon of salt inside the onions while they're sauteing. We want to get some color in this. We want to get them really nice and light brown. And then while that's frying up, I want to show you. Here I have some beef stew that I've cut up in I've done about 1.5 inches. I mean, it really depends how big you want your meat pieces, but it's really good meat. It has no fat on it, and if you see any browning over here, don't freak out. That's just because it is, I cut it, cubed it. We were getting ready for the video, and once the meat hits the oxygen, it oxidizes a little bit, but there's absolutely nothing wrong with it. And then here I have about 3 cups of regular water that we're going to be adding to our pressure cooker when we are done with adding everything else in there. So let me get this onion really nice and sauteed. When we come back, we're going to start adding all the spices in here. So you can see here the color from white to it's gotten light brown. So it's still not where I want it, but I want to throw my cinnamon stick in here, and I also want to throw my peppers in here. This is going to infuse all that flavor into our dish. It's just going to really get that cinnamon flavor going, and the peppers. All right, now I'm going to go ahead and add a good tablespoon of ginger and garlic. I slowed down the heat because I don't want to burn the onions. Now we'll add a good 4 tablespoons of tomato paste. Now, if you watched my earlier videos, I always mention that you want to fry this tomato paste for just a bit until it gets really nice and maroon. And the reason for that is it's really gonna give it a really nice rich taste, and it's gonna get rid of the raw tomato paste flavor. All right, so increase my heat again. Right. All right, so while that's cooking up, I think we're gonna go and sprinkle in our lemon pepper, cumin and coriander, turmeric, the garam masala, oh, if you were here and you could smell all these spices, it's amazing. Okay, to this I'm going to throw in my meat, give that a good mix. Okay. Just want to cook this for a minute or so. Just make sure everything is really nicely incorporated. Now we add our tomato, grinded tomato, fresh tomato puree in here. Add my water in here. Now you want to eyeball. I had 3 cups in here, so I did about 1.5 cups of water because I don't want to make it too runny. Okay, let's add another 1/2 cup just to make sure. Okay, that's good. Okay. Lastly, we'll add some salt in here. We're gonna wait for this to just boil once. And then what we're gonna do is cover the pressure cooker up until 3 whistles blow. Once it blows 3 times, I'm gonna shut it off. I'm not gonna take out the air, like holding it up and take out the air. I'm gonna let it cook by itself. I'm gonna leave it on the stove for about 1/2 hour where it's safe to open up the pressure cooker. And then we're gonna come back and I'm gonna show you what we're gonna use to garnish this and how I'm going to do it. You can see that I let it, the air came out by itself and I haven't opened it. I'm gonna open it just in front of you guys. Okay, you wanna come up and take a close up here? Look at how beautiful. Here, let me move this over. My camera person has to tippy-toe because my counter height is so high. So look at how beautiful this color is. Okay, and our meat is perfectly cooked. I don't like it where it's completely soft. This is perfect because now I'm going to be adding the potatoes in here, and then I'm going to increase the heat where it's going to boil really on high until the potatoes get all nice and what is it called? Fork tender. There we go. Did too many videos today, I'm running a blank. So I'm gonna just go ahead, make this. Once the potatoes are ready, we're gonna come back and I'm gonna show you how this looks. Curry done. The meat is done perfectly. The potatoes are fork tender, and you want to do a taste test before you serve this, just to make sure that all the flavors are according to your palate. Now you want to use fresh coriander if you have some coriander leaves, and I thought I had some, but I don't. So we're gonna improvise. I'm gonna add some dried parsley on top, which is, you know, nothing beats fresh, but if you don't have it, you don't have it. So I'm just gonna sprinkle that on top. And this can be served with rice, it can be served with puris, it can be served with chapatis, rotis, tortillas, pita breads, and I have a lot of the tandoori roti also recipes on my channel, so check those out because this would be wonderful with that. Rice goes perfect with rice, and it also goes perfect with ugali. Now ugali is an East African dish that they use a lot. It's a staple of East Africa. So I hope you all enjoyed this recipe. It was quick, it's easy, it's simple. Thank you so much for joining me on this episode of Rehana's Cuisines. Hope you can join me here next time with another great video. Friends, please don't forget to like, subscribe, and comment on my page. If you want to comment and need any answers, go ahead and like my Facebook page under Rehana's Cuisines. That way, if you have any questions, ask me on there. You'll get an answer faster than if you put the comment down. So I think that's about it. And I know I was forgetting something, but I can't remember anymore. So till then, take care.